welcome to Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. Today I'm going to share about a recent experience that I had at a shopping mall. So I went to the store where I was trying to buy a beautiful dress, and the exciting part was I met a wonderful salesperson there. Yes, are you wondering why am I calling him wonderful? Well, the reason is because he had an authentic smile on his face. The way he was communicating made me feel that he was paying his attention and he was ready to pay all the time that I required to buy that dress. It was almost as if he was helping himself buy something. So I just loved that attention and I told him, "You're a really good person." And he told me, "Almost everyone tells me that." Okay, so here, why do you think I told him that he's a good person? The reason is because he could gain my trust so quickly. So wherever you serve, whether you're a teacher or a salesperson or you're an employee or an employer, it's necessary to build trust towards your clients. And in this session with me today, you're learning how to build trust quickly. When you meet someone, you don't have too long to build trust. So in that short while, you're going to learn some tips to build trust very quickly. That I have for you is you need to deliver an authentic smile. Yes, did you hear how I sounded when I talked without a smile on my face? Even though I was making sense, I was looking really gross. That means I was looking very serious and somebody could get really scared of me. So it's really essential that when you meet someone and you want to gain their trust, you should show your authentic smile. Okay, are you getting confused with the word authentic? Authentic means real or genuine smile. Why did I use this word? The reason is that sometimes we smile just to show that we are smiling, and it's easy for anyone to guess that we are actually not happy. So your smile has to be very real, right from your heart, so much so that your eyes go tiny when you smile. And if you need a tip about how you should feel that way, then I think you should apply what I do. What I do is, before or after an event, let's say I met a really bad client, a person who was really rude to me and did not talk nicely, and I felt bad. So what do? Do I talk with that mood to the next client also? If I've been frustrated by the previous client, I do not carry that mood forward when I speak to the next client. I think that, okay, I'm going to meet a new person, I'm going to get an opportunity to connect to a new person. I need to have a smile. I need to be positive. So before and after an event, regulate your mind, regulate your thoughts. If you're feeling sad, get back to a normal mood and then talk to the person in front of you. Positivity is the key to an authentic smile. So this way, you can definitely gain trust of a person that you're meeting for the first time. Don't forget that authentic smile. Superman or James Bond? Well, as for me, I personally like James Bond, and the reason is because I can relate to him. Superman is way too unrealistic to believe, and I think you share the opinion too. So the same way it happens in your real life. Let's say you meet someone for the first time and you pretend to be someone else. You act like you're so nice and you're so gentle, while you might not be exactly that. And later, when you keep meeting that person over a period, you're bound to slip to your natural self sometime later. And that's the time when all the trust that that person has built up in you is surely going to get shattered. So the best way would be to be yourself, act natural when you meet someone for the first time. This way they can relate to you and trust you more easily. The next step for gaining trust quickly is by mirroring a person. You've obviously seen a mirror, and what does a mirror do to you? It copies you, right? If you raise your right hand, it also raises its right hand. But is that what I'm asking you to do to your client? No, I'm not asking you to mirror their hand gestures or their physical movement. I'm asking you to mirror their communication style. What I mean here is that if your client is speaking very softly and gently to you, it's important that you speak softly and gently to them. If you're going to be very loud and rowdy, they might just feel very uncomfortable and would not like to communicate further with you. So my rule of thumb is that I try to match my energy with the person that I'm talking to. So if the person is really energetic, I show that energy back. But if the person is slightly low on the energy, I try to be very soft and very gentle with that person. Are you wondering why this is necessary? Of course, because I've told you that your way of speaking is going to make the other person comfortable. If you're soft, they would like it, and provided that they're also soft. And if they're talking to you loudly, you should talk back in their tone so that they can understand you, and possibly they might be hearing a little louder. So for that purpose, mirror them back and mirror their communication style. But do you know where it goes wrong? When you overboard this. So try to mirror more naturally. You have to practice this often with your everyday communication, and don't go overboard. So mirror the other person's communication style. Trust quickly is by paying close attention to the person talking to you. What I mean here is that you should constantly have eye contact with the person that you're talking to. This does not mean that you stare them down and make them feel really uncomfortable. What I mean here is that you should listen to them very carefully and also look into their eyes while they're talking to you, instead of searching around for something else. Because that way they're going to feel that you're not understanding what they are trying to tell you. Another thing that you can do to reflect attention is, possibly you could nod your head in showing that you understand what they're talking about. And not just that, short verbal sounds like yeah, also makes a person feel that you're understanding very well. So if you want to pay close attention to a person, you don't need to stare them down. You just have to look into their eyes, you have to nod your head, and you have to make short verbal sounds that makes the other person believe that you're understanding. This feeling is very important to trust a person. Only when a person knows that you're understanding them, they can trust you. So the next time you're talking to your client, look into their eyes. Don't search around for the product that they are looking. So this is my tip for you. Another way to gain trust quickly is by doing what you've said you'll do. What I mean here is that you must fulfill your promises. There are surely times when you cannot because of various reasons, but trying your best is the key. If you've made a promise, try your best to fulfill it. Okay, so let me give you an example. If you've planned for a vacation with your friends and for some valid reason you cannot make it and you tell your friends that you can't come, it's okay. They can trust you and they can forgive you. But if this happens again the next time, maybe they'll let it go again. However, if this is very repetitive and you keep cancelling your own plans or your plans with your friends, that's when they lose the trust in you and they cannot trust you enough. And the same way, maybe you've planned a meeting with your clients and for some reason you cannot make it. Maybe some really serious reason. Let's say your phone's battery died out and you had a flat tire and you had no way to contact your clients. So what do? Do you forget about it? Go home and sleep over it? No. You go home and take the responsibility. Write down an email and explain your reason for not being able to make it. But the key here is that you should not do this again. Repetition of such actions can really hamper the trust that other people build in you. So make sure that you don't repeat these actions and build more trust. If you want to gain someone's trust quickly, then you have to admit your mistake. Like I shared with you that if you've planned a meeting and you're not able to make it for the meeting and you have given a reason, what if the reason is not a real reason and you've given a fake reason? And what if you get caught? What then? Should you build up another lie? Should you tell another lie in order to save yourself? That's not a good way. You should accept your lie, admit it, and be genuinely sorry about it. You should make a promise to not repeat it. So if you do that, the person you're talking to will definitely be able to trust you again. broken a promise, then what should you do? As I told you, you must apologize. But that's not enough. If you say sorry to someone, you can gain their trust only for a short while. But what about next time? That's when you need to change your behavior. So if you want to gain a person's trust for a long time, you should change your behavior and you should consistently fulfill your promises whenever you can. This way, you can definitely gain trust. So remember to change your behavior after a mistake and do not go on the same way. So here we are, and today you have learned some very powerful ways to gain someone's trust very quickly. These tips are very effective, so the next time you make a new friend or you meet a client, don't forget to smile, be genuine, be real, go out there and be as you are. This is the best way to gain trust. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel Skillopedia on YouTube and also click on the bell button. This will ensure you that you receive notifications for every video that we upload. You're watching Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world, and this is Michelle. Bye-bye.